My own definition of a feminist is a man or a woman who says, yes, there is a problem with gender as it is today, and we must fix it. We must do better. All of us, women and men, must do better. Our society teaches a woman at a certain age who is unmarried to see it as a deep personal failure, while a man at a certain age who is unmarried has not quite come around to making his pick. Many stories matter. Stories have been used to dispossess and to malign, but stories can also be used to empower and to humanize. Stories can break the dignity of people, but stories can also repair that broken dignity. Power is the ability not just to tell the story of another person, but to make it the definitive story of that person. You must never behave as if your life belongs to a man. Your life belongs to you and you alone. Never ever accept, because you are a woman, as a reason for doing or not doing anything. To choose to write is to reject silence. Racism should have never happened, and so you don't get a cookie for reducing it. The single story creates stereotypes, and the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but that they are incomplete. They make one story become the only story. Of course, I am not worried about intimidating men. The type of men who will be intimidated by me is exactly the type of man I have no interest in. If you don't understand, ask questions. If you are uncomfortable about asking questions, say you are uncomfortable about asking questions and then ask away. The problem with gender is that it prescribes how we should be rather than recognizing how we are. Imagine how much happier we would be, how much freer to be our true individual selves if we didn't have the weight of gender expectations. I have chosen to no longer be apologetic for my femaleness and my femininity. And I want to be respected in all of my femaleness because I deserve to be. We teach girls shame. Close your legs, cover yourself. We make them feel as though being born female, they are already guilty of something. And so, girls grow up to be women who cannot say they have desire. They grow up to be women who silence themselves. They grow up to be women who cannot say what they truly think. And they grow up, and this is the worst thing we do to girls, they grow up to be women who have turned pretense into an art form. I recently spoke at a university where a student told me it was such a shame that Nigerian men were physical abusers like the father character in my novel. I told him that I had recently read a novel called American Psycho, and that it was such a shame that young Americans were serial murderers. I often make the mistake of thinking that something that is obvious to me is just as obvious to everyone else. I am angry. We should all be angry. Anger has a long history of bringing about positive change. Show people as one thing, only one thing, over and over again. And that is what they become.